So good morning, net aspirants. Again, Narayana. So yesterday, day 6, November 26, commerce people and computer science aspirants have taken up the examination. And so the second block, that is 24, 25, 26 over, I think. So today and tomorrow is holiday for net exam. Starts again with the 29th. So first block goes in some angle, second block goes in some angle. Let me see with this third block. Okay, so again the teaching and research questions is not reflected much for this day also. So other things remains the same. So again, importance to people and environment and higher education. Again, the areas of new education policies and Vedic educations have again reflected in this. So, as a overall analysis for both the shifts in teaching, I think CBCS they have asked the importance. So, MOOCs, Moodle, Swayam Prabha, classroom teaching, online teaching, these are all the areas they have identified. In research, only few questions of types of research: parametric, non-parametric test, and exploratory and anthropologic research. So, communication, none of the questions are mostly reflected except the barriers of communications. ICT again with the same line of abbreviation and FTPs and SMTPs, POP3, IMAP protocol with regard to email and all. So infallible net, MAC address, web browsers, DRAM, SRAM differences. So these are being reflected in ICT. Again with people and environment, SDG very easy. Number of goals in SDG 17. So top in the wind energy, I think you must have the idea of which country will be, which state will be in the top of all energies, not only in wind and in all energies. So some virus, bacteria, protozoa, and UNEP protocols. What are waterborne diseases? MDG or next achievement in which rank we are in. So Article 48 this with regard to environment, that also very easy. So higher education again NEP has been reflect Satrak scheme, early childhood scheme. So Vedic education though universities with regard to Takshila. This is mathematical reasoning again number series, compound interest, simple interest, clock sum, train sum. I think some coin sum has been reflected in the first batch. Don't work out the coin sum and all. See, on seeing that thing, something 324 coins have been in total, and the sum regard to 20 paise and 25 paise comes to 71. So if you see the option itself, only 200 is 200 and 124 combination is 324, right? So if 25 means it is 5 rupees coin to make 5 coins to make 1 rupee. If it is 25 means it is 4 coins. So on seeing this 200 means 20 paise coin means 4 means 50 rupees. So sorry, 40 rupees. So on seeing this 124 will be 31 rupees, 25 coins. That's all. So by seeing the answer, don't put 20 paise coin, x 25 paise coin, y x minus y 0.25, 0.22, 324 into 0.25. Don't work out all these things. By seeing the options, you can see the combinations. So this is the way you should form. The combination is only 124 and 200. That's all. 120, 220, 120 and 200 will not comes to 324. 144 and 200 will not comes to 324. So the option is automatically 124. That's all. So these are all the ways you can. So ratio and proportion and serious sums have been asked. Logical reasoning again fallacies, purvatarmana, sheshvatarmana, that is unperceived cause with the perceived effect. On seeing the dark cloud when rain is there, on seeing the muddy rain will come is a purvat, and on seeing the muddy roads and you see rain must have come, that is sheshvatarmana, positive and negative. So these are all the thing you should concentrate. So undistributed middle term fallacies. So what is square of opposition again? So reading comprehension it is very easy. Leadership theme and data interpretation it is also easy. Export and import. Here also vocational training with regard to this, and DI is also easy in both the shift, I think. So SDG goal you must remember at least 17 goals. 17 goals it is not easy to remember, but still you can have no poverty, zero hunger, general good health and quality education, and general equality is fifth. So 10th is reduce inequality. In between them, that is clean water, affordable clean energy, then the decent work life, then industrial innovations. After 11 is sites and reduce the consumption, climatic action is 11, 12, 13. So last four you remember, that is P partnership, 17, 16 is peace and justice, 15 is life on land, 14 is life below the water. Life on land, life below the water, remember, that's all. So like that you should remember, because they are asking which goal is 11th goal, 13th goal, 15th goal, like this. So MDG and SDG is one important area, right? So you identify the areas. So I think by checking the areas you can analyze. So our block is in the middle, that is 29, 29, 30 and 1. So they may ask what are all the untouched areas in teaching, especially with regard to adolescent, adult learner. These are all the areas which have been not touched. So ICT in research not touched, mass media is not touched in communication. So they might ask in all these areas, I think so. So on seeing this block, it is only very easy. So my area of analysis is square of opposition. Only four things are there, that is contradictory, contrary, subcontrary and subaltern. Contradictory is AOEI. These are all the contradictory pairs. If one is true, definitely other will be false. If one is false, definitely other will be true. Both cannot be true, both cannot be false. If one is undetermined, another is also undetermined. One is the denial of other. They have the same subject and predicate, but differing in both quantity and quality. Quantity is 100, quality is plus or minus. So A is plus, E is minus. So both quantity is 100. I and O, quality is plus for I and O is minus. Quantity is 50 for this, quantity is 50 for O. So next is the contrary statement, that is A and E are contrary pairs. It is always between universal. Both cannot be true, correct? Both can be false. So if one is true, definitely other is false. If one is false, another is doubtful. They might have the same subject and predicate but differ in the quality, that is plus or minus. Okay. Subcontrary, it is between I and O, that is subcontrary pair. It is always between the particulars. Both cannot be false, but both can be true. That means if one is false, definitely other will be true. If one is true, other cannot be determined. They have the same subject, but the subject and predicate but differ in the quality, that is plus and minus. Subaltern is between A and I and E and O pairs. It is always between the universal and particular. If universal is true, the particular definitely it is true. If universal is false, particular is doubtful. If particular is false, definitely universal will be false. If particular is true, universal will be doubtful. That's all. So the same quality but differ in the quantity. So true is downwards, false is upwards. That's all. So you draw the separate lines. It is only a square. So top is A and E, below is I and O. So contradictory is between A and O and E and I. Right. Contrary is between A and E. Subcontrary is between I and O. Subaltern is between side, that is A and I and E and O. That's all. You draw separate diagrams. In one to other, it will have four sets. So true, if you take subcontrary means if true it is false, if false it is undetermined. This side, if it is true, this is false. If it is false, it is undetermined. That's all. So you draw separate line. It will be very easy for your remembrance. This is like mind mapping technique. That's all. So remembrance is very important rather than studying whole lot and all. So concept and all very easy and all. So I think management and anthropology and other peoples are going to take up the examination for the next block, including English, but they must concentrate on other philosophies, especially the Gnostic philosophy, that is Buddhism, Jainism, Charavak philosophy, because lot might have asked from I think Naya philosophy, Vaisheshika philosophy, that Western philosophies and all. Astic they have asked. So untouched areas, Nastic area, that is three. That is Buddhism, Jainism, and Charavak philosophy. So be alert with all the Sanskrit words. So what I had told in my classes, you remember the way in which I had approached the questions and how I had studied these areas. Hope you might have done most by PowerPoint presentation in my class. I had not touched any area. You only studied all the areas, so you remember all. So all the best for my next block, that is management candidate, anthropology, and then 29th is anthropology, I think. So 30th is management alone, only one shift. So next is 30th, one is English. So all the best to you all. We'll see you with the next video. Thank you all.